It's BC for Get Lowered, and today we're going to talk you through jump starting your motorcycle. Now I know that Sportsters are really popular around the crowd here at Get Lowered, and so we're going to start with the Sporty and walk you through on that. Your battery sits right here underneath this side cover, and taking that off is actually really easy. In fact, sometimes it's a little bit too easy, so people will zip tie them on, but we're going to just take the top of this and lean it back. Once you've got it leaned back, you can actually usually let it rest right here on the primary cover and not have to take it the whole way off. You should have a rubber boot that covers your positive terminal on your battery, so peel that back and expose that positive terminal. Now in my case, I keep a jumper box charged up in my garage just in case I ever have to jump the bikes. But chances are you're going to be jumping your bike off of a car, and so here's a couple of points that you need to know. First off, whenever you hook these up, you want to hook up your negative terminal first, and your negative terminal does not go to your negative terminal on your battery. Instead, you want to take it to a preferably unpainted piece of metal that is connected to the frame on your bike. Now on a Sportster, you're actually really lucky. If you have rear pegs, that rear peg mount is a great place to make that connection. So now I've got the bike hooked up to the battery pack, and as you can see, we've got a nice solid connection there on the positive terminal. Then if we go down and we look at the negative connection, you can see that I'm connected to the non-painted part of that rear peg mount. That gives us a nice solid ground to complete that connection. So if you're using a jumper box like this, you can actually go ahead and just start the bike right up. However, I told you that if we're talking about jumping off of a car, there's something that we want to address. So here you go. There is enough circumstantial evidence out there to believe that if the car is running, it can send a voltage spike through your system and cause problems with your rectifier or your stator. A quick look around internet forums will show you all sorts of horror stories about people who have had rectifier or stator problems after jumping their bike off of a running car. So that being said, if you're going to jump your bike off of a car, just make sure that it's not running and you should be fine. Once you got your bike started, the only other thing you need to do is disconnect your positive terminal, then disconnect your negative terminal, make sure that your ends don't touch each other, and you're good to go. Now, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't bring my baby into the picture, so now we're going to talk about my Softail. If you've got a Softail, well, there's a little bit more work involved. You're going to have to take your passenger seat off if you've got one. Got to take your driver's seat off as well, and that exposes your battery box underneath the driver's seat. The fortunate part about a Softail is that it actually has a really great grounding point built right in. You can see this grounding strap right here. This makes a great place to make that negative connection. Put your positive connection onto your positive terminal, give the bike a second to charge up, and then start it right up.